it's real messed up that the government always finds a way to try to take advantage of people. This is a whole new PPP system that is directly targeting impoverished people.
So why?
Why?
Let's go!
Yo, what's up, everybody? We back with another episode of the FMF podcast. And look, we ain't doing no introductions. We've been talking for about 20, 30 minutes off camera. We talking about this whole situation about what's going on with the Russia and China, and in regards to like them not accepting the US dollar, all of those type of things. And this is just like an awareness podcast. Like, we just read briefly about a lot of this stuff, heard briefly about a lot of this stuff, but this is stuff that could directly affect us here in America. And if you don't know about it, you should be aware of what's going on in the world that can affect us now.
How?
Oh, because of the money. That's a great question, Trey. The money. So when they don't back the money, especially you think about all the stuff we get from China, right?
Yeah.
All the stuff we get from China, we don't produce a lot of stuff here. So if they don't start, if we're not like the global currency, and then we got to start going based off another currency, that's going to start pushing the value of our currency down, and it's going to cost more to import goods from other countries. So that's how it directly affect us. And then we got other stuff with the banking system. You know, we just going to just kind of go over a couple of different things, man. But it's just stuff that during this time, y'all need to be aware of. As men, y'all need to be able to see some of the stuff going on with the banking industry. That's going on with the other currencies, because that could affect the Forex and the foreign trading. You know what I'm saying? Getting into some of these other foreign currencies. Because at some point they might just shut the thing down. Well, you can't even get the currency, or our dollar be so trash, it's gonna be crazy to try to buy another currency. So I want to start with KWUN, because he had brought up. Oh man, shout out KWUN. Yeah, look,
Man, you ain't no stranger, man.
yeah, man, shout out, yo. I just got started.
They don't know who you are, man.
Yeah, but KWUN was bringing up BRICs. So can you explain to people what BRICS is?
So
all white BRICs.
BRICS.
Talking about Gucci.
Not talking Gucci. BRICS is an acronym. All right. So B for Brazil, R Russia, I India, C China, S South Africa, and BRICS. They've been around for a while, a little more than a decade, and it's supposed to be in regards to economics, right? So like it was Paul was talking about, saying that they want to go to one central currency. Those 5 countries themselves, they want to go to one central currency that they recognize. You know, the US dollar, it is global right now. However, those 5 countries are saying that they do not want to recognize that as the primary any longer. And from what we're hearing, it's going to be the Chinese yuan that they all are going to recognize as the primary currency in their country. And considering what's happening here in the United States in regards to, you know, our dollar, the value of it, you know, for them to go away from it as the primary, it just doesn't bode well for us, you know, considering the other things that are happening in regards to our banking systems, you know, the rise of cryptocurrency and the recognition of it globally. It just doesn't bode well moving forward. And like you said, just want people to be aware, you know, want them to do their own research and just know what sort of options it is that they may have, you know, moving forward, because a change is coming, you know, no doubt about that.
I mean, the almighty United States, you think things will change?
Definitely.
They're changing.
Definitely.
Right as we speak. I would say, and we spoke on it about getting war ready.
Yeah.
You can, even though I still got my ups and downs about it, but when it comes to gold and silver, that's universally recognized. You know what I'm saying? Whenever you get your hands on precious metals, you could go anywhere and be able to trade that. You know what I'm saying? And get whatever you need from it. So far as like options, investing in precious metals and things like that, and also not getting too deep into it, but the cryptocurrency, because we got the Fed now. I think
Fed now has just been introduced.
As far as a digital currency,
It's dropping in, we'll say, a couple months.
Yeah.
It's dropping.
the time is coming. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's time to start reading up and learning about this whole crypto digital currency wave, so you're not getting left behind before it's too late.
And I want to say something else, just in concerns to Fed now and just the way that the economy is just another opportunity to take advantage of the poverty that a whole lot of people are in. Fed now is basically a new welfare system that is going to be able to create a whole new type of loan-based system here in the United States. And considering the poverty and just the state of economics, a lot of people are going to vie for an option like that, especially with, the growing distrust in the central banking system. So if you're telling me that this Fed Now program can come and that's going to be the currency that you recognize, I'll be able to, get a loan for a certain amount of money that is going to serve as money towards me. If I'm living check to check, then that's an option that I'm definitely going to consider, and just, it's real messed up that the government always finds a way to try to take advantage of people. This is a whole new PPP system that is directly targeting impoverished people.
So why?
Yo, what's good, everybody? It's the FMF mob right here.
Yes,
We got
sir.
the finance, we got the mindset, we got the fitness, and we want to shout out the lab. This space is owned by James, and this guy, man, he opened up this spot to us. It's an amazing place, man. It got exposed brick. You can kind of look in there and see a little bit. Got the DJ equipment, everything you need to get your photograph needs, podcast, anything you can think of, man.
Big parties in the zone too.
Oh yeah, they do the
Vendor
parties too.
spot,
Yeah.
recreational type spot. It's a great location right here in Richmond, in the Churchill area, for you to be able to come together, put your parties, assemble all that type of good stuff together, and just come and check it out. Plus, it's black owned.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Black
Yes.
owned. So support your people. We definitely, FMF, support the lab. We love the lab.
Yes.
All right, y'all take care.
I think it's control. I mean, what I've read about, I don't know a lot about it, but from the fine print that I read was the main thing is, if you turn anything to one currency, and the feds, of course, are going to track it, they're going to control mostly everything that you do. I mean, how much you're bringing in, how much you sending, how
So
much
this
is
is
this.
basically let us create this paper trail.
It's going to be a paper trail.
Yeah,
So it's
man.
like you having like
the
your dad over you watching your checkbook all day, every day. You can't
Knowing your spending,
I'm saying,
where your money going,
Because
That's
the whole
it.
tracking everything.
The whole reason for digital currency, well, one of the main reasons was
The decentralized.
Decentralized.
Yeah.
Yeah, so when you got no paper money, I could have $100 in my pocket. I can spend by this. They don't know where I spend it on. But
Right.
if you having one track system on that Fed now, they know everything. You can't. I mean, it's like almost controlling.
Yeah.
That's the part that I read that I'm like,
No, sir.
that's too much control for
They
me.
can freeze it like
Like
that.
that, you
You
can
know
stop.
what I'm saying?
Just no, you can't have no money. It's down for the day. What you mean? I can't spend no money? No, it don't matter what happens. All your
It's
money
the
is
same
just in
thing
there.
with the banking, being able to it's a similar concept like Zelle, Venmo, Cash App, all that stuff.
Exactly.
It's the same concept. And if something happened, I can't transfer money, I can't get money, yo, I need this right now. They can just stop you like
They can
that,
make
and
you
your
poor
whole
when you can't do nothing about it. They can make you poor that day, and you can't do nothing. that you got paper money. That's why I've been watching how some people don't accept cash, and cash is not flowing so much. It's slowly going away. If you really sit down and watch it, cash is going away so slowly at a point where you got to do everything on these phones. And we talked about that before about if this is a good or bad thing. It just takes one time for somebody to hack it, or they don't want to give you no money or something like that. It's too much control for me. We're losing control.
Yeah.
That's not fitting well with me right now.
Yeah.
Even though I don't know all the details with this Fed now, I just saw that part.
That's all I pretty much know on it too. I was going to do a little bit more digging on that.
Yeah. I just wanted to mention just one last thing. You know, I'm glad that you brought up Zelle and Venmo, because those are two companies that are in cahoots with the bank. You know, they recognize them as a cash sending app, right? Cash App, however, is not. Even though you can link your bank to Cash App, they don't have it to where they're already there in the app for you. You know what I mean? Such as a Zelle or a Venmo. You know, it's just worth mentioning. You know, Cash App founder Bob Lee, rest in peace to him, that he was killed, you know, the day before they announced this Fed Now digital currency, you know, that it is that they're going to offer soon. You know, could be a link, could be a coincidence. You know, I'm not going to say either. Just, men, please just be aware of what's happening around you and make sure that you're straight. You know, you're in a position to, you know, do what is necessary in regards to your own finances.
I will say with the cash thing, right? Going back to like the BRICs and them going away from the U.S. dollar as the primary source. The thing I was talking to people about is that what that would mean for us is, of course, higher prices, but within the country, business is normal. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not going to really affect within the country other than the prices. But when you start trying to travel, that's when it's going to start getting a little tricky. Because a lot of places you could go and you could just turn it, hey, I got U.S. currency, can I turn that into such and such? And you get more for it. If this stuff continue, this dollar going to get less and less and less and less. And when you start trying to travel around and things like that, that's when you're going to start seeing a big difference where, you know, they might not even be like, no, you can't even bring that here. Like, yo, you out back. You know what I'm saying? So this is why you got to be aware of what's going on in the world, especially if you're talking about traveling and going around and visiting different places. Learn what you need before you got to go. Learn the customs, the currency, all of that stuff. So you don't get out there and just be out back and be like, yo, I don't know what to do.
Why do you think it's I see it as far as, well, actually, do y'all think it's an attack on America? Why are they doing this? Why are other countries like the BRICs and all them? Why do you think they're doing this against America? You think it's something that we did, or is it something that they want to do something new? Why do you think this is forming?
That's a good question.
My theory is that we've been the world power for quite a while.
Long time.
And I just think the way we've always done business, not just now, but for a while, throwing our weight around, going into other countries, telling them how they should run their country. You know what I'm saying? Trying to make their country like ours, changing their custom and ways. People get tired of seeing the bully come around bullying people. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, at some point, the bully always goes down. You know what I'm saying?
The empire falls.
400 years, I think that's what they say. The average, every empire falls after about 400 or 500 years. We've been world power for a couple hundred years, I would say now. So when you think about it, you keep bullying people. You keep telling people what they doing is wrong and what we doing is right.
You did a lot.
You know what I'm saying? We come into people where they live, they customs how they doing things, and they happy and content with it, and tell them, no, y'all shouldn't be doing it this way. Y'all need to be like us. No, y'all need democracy. Y'all don't need communism. Y'all don't need socialism. Whatever they've been doing and how they've been running it, they get tired of seeing that. And I feel like ever since World War II, when what was it? I think it was like Russia and all of them. When they fell, we defeated all of them.
The Axis powers.
The Axis powers, right? I think ever since then, a lot of those people been waiting for opportunity. but they knew militarily they couldn't come at us. Like I heard we got like over 800 military bases by far. Cause
in every country,
you know what I'm saying? So when you think about, they like, yo, militarily, we can't really go at them. What's another way? It's attack them economically. Because here at home in America, we so divided. We got Republicans, Democrats. We got the blacks versus whites. You know what I'm saying? We can't. It's hard for us to come together for so long. They sitting back watching. They were like, we gonna sit and we gonna plan. And I think Russia going into Ukraine, and then us backing Ukraine, they was like, all right, that's the last straw. China, we've been talking to y'all on the side for like a little second. This time now, we're gonna implement the financial play. We're gonna implement the digital play. Start playing with power grids and all that type of stuff. I think that's what it's been like. The way we operate, we so caught up that we're right all the time and everybody else is wrong. And they happy. We coming in a happy place. They consider what they doing and telling them, y'all are wrong.
And you can't do that.
You can't do that.
I think we're so.
And we're not even happy here.
No, we're so fixated on the wrong issues that we're not seeing the big issues. We fixed on the smallest issues, and they're worried about the bigger issues. They don't. I mean, I can't say they don't because I don't watch the news in other countries. I don't watch their TV, so there's no telling. I don't know if it's conspiracy, but the way they push us since a kid. We're the best. We're number one. We have the best teams. We have this and all that. But that's the programming in the media that we put on our TVs. I don't know what they're programming they're putting on their TVs. What if on their TVs is just we the worst. You see how every movie that we put out, America always wins at the end. America's number one on every movie. Every movie is always a fight against some Asian person, some fight against some Russian person. We're always trying to make the other people so evil. Like we're just so high in mind. Like we're the best. I don't know what they teach their kids over there on that side, so we don't know what's going on over here. We just think that we're just number one, we the best, ain't nothing can beat us, and growing up, maybe that's a lie. Maybe, I don't know that. I can't say that we the best all the time.
There's nothing wrong with us feeling like we the best, but that don't mean everybody else is wrong, though. you know what I'm saying?
That's the thing.
And that's been my issue when it comes to how we operate, is we go into other countries and we tell them what to do. And they didn't even ask us. We just decided to do it. So that's my theory about like people just been watching how we've been moving. We got all these bases because everywhere we go, we be like, hey, we just want to keep an eye on y'all. We're gonna set up a military base here. You know what I'm saying?
Like they kids.
Like everywhere we go. Hey, let's set up a military base here. Set up a military base here. We just keep an eye. We just keep an eye. Y'all do y'all thing. But then we slowly start projecting our ways and things onto their people, and then we create divide between them when it might have been, and I don't know if it was good beforehand or not, but we create a divide. And I heard some little stuff about like
shine.
Get your shine on.
Get your shine on, shout it.
Yeah. So hey, I put this on. I put it on everywhere. Booty cheeks, kneecaps, underarms. I got the vanilla right here. Usually, hey, I got the lavender one. It helped me sleep good. Cause I be sleeping like this, and I can smell it off my hands. I'm trying to tell you, feeling good. Y'all better rock with this.
Right.
It's that vanilla. Yeah.
Listen, man, we ain't being ashy no more. Hygiene. Hygiene is important. You need to get your shine. It's hydrating. It's light. It lasts all day. You don't got to use a lot, and it's good from face to foot.
Historically, I don't really use lotion or nothing like that because I'm like in a hybrid, light skin, in between dark skin motherfuckers. Coming back from vacation, I'm a little sunburnt, so I needed something to get my skin back right because I'm feeling like a reptile right now. So I'm gonna get this baby going on when I get home.
Oh, and look, you gotta shine on, everybody. Hey, look, I got like 4 cases. I got a bunch of cases. And I got the big jar too. That's old school. Y'all don't even know about that. He don't even got those no more. But look, I'm telling y'all, this shine is amazing. Help with eczema, clear your skin up, all of that great stuff. So you don't want to miss out on this shine, man. Make sure y'all go get y'all a bottle of this.
All natural ingredients.
Absolutely.
Yep. Where they can find it?
So you can find this at shinecareproducts.com. Let them know that we sent you. Use the code FMF20, get you a discount.
Got to.
I don't know if this is true or not, but there was one of the issues. What's the guy name? Putin has with us and Ukraine is that he feel like we infiltrated the Russia, and we tried to turn the people against them. Like, you know, like they talk about the Russians, the U.S. spies and stuff like that. He felt like people was planted in there to turn the people against him, to create a divide so that they could come into Russia and just take Russia over.
Maybe.
So they saying he caught wind of it, put an end to that, and he was like, yo, we going on attack mode. This is just some of the stuff I've been hearing and reading about. So, I mean, if somebody did that to me, yeah, I'm looking for my get back. You know what I'm saying?
So if you see this stuff, and we see this progression of this Fed now, and things are going, and maybe it's a fall of the United States, not saying it is, but it feels potentially that way. Do you think that we as men of age are now, do you think we should find different ways to get out of the United States? Do you think we should stay here? Do we should men start exploring their options and maybe being living abroad or maybe moving in certain ways?
When it comes to the travel aspect, the main thing that I look for, because I've been to several countries, the main thing that I look for before traveling in preparation is what's the vibe against specifically black people. You know what I'm saying? Because even Africa don't like black American. You know what I mean?
I just heard they think we spoiled. They think when I worked at a store, that's what they told me when I was even 15. I worked at Walmart.
Yeah, it's Americanized.
They look at us and we were lazy and spoiled and stuff like that.
Yeah, because everything here, technology-wise, is to get rid of work. You know what I'm saying? It's to what else can we take away from you? Something else you don't have to do. It provides laziness and convenience.
Very true.
So yeah, that's the main thing I look at, and there's a lot of places that don't like America.
Why do you think they don't like us? We didn't even meet them yet. Why are they?
All right, y'all will understand this. Why the East End don't like the West End? You know what I'm saying? Like
one Sadiq, I guess. He's staying coming up though. He's staying coming up.
Exactly, but it's a mentality.
Yeah, it's a mentality.
You know what I'm saying?
This like, is us. It's us versus them.
Yeah, it's a mentality type thing. It's like over here, like on this, we on the East End.
Gotcha.
In this East End area, it's like the bougie, but you're not there yet. On the West End, it's like a disdain, like y'all got it, but y'all don't really got it. So it's like this. It's y'all similar, but both of y'all trying to find ways to shit on the other. You know what I'm saying? Versus not realizing you across the street. You know what I mean? Like we're in the same fucking boat, but we just want to feel high and mighty over the other one. This goes back to the episode we did about competition. Like we can compete to better ourselves, but to compete just to try to belittle the next person, that's ego. And I think that's the biggest threat, is everybody is in themselves. So we got it bad from the programming in America. In order to get out of that, that's one of the reasons why I think all of us are pretty open-minded. It's because we've all seen outside of this country and are open to the perspective of those who've been outside of the country and actually, like, you know, like even going outside the country, all of the tourists want to take you to the impoverished parts. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, why?
I think it's brainwashing.
You know what I mean?
It seem like we just so
like Africa.
Yeah,
they make Africa seem like it's just
everybody's done. Have you seen like real pictures? They have really nice
New York City.
So why do they do that over here?
They paint the image of dirt roads and flies on the face, starvation. And it's like that's not all of our problems. That's a small percentage, but that's what's being promoted. You know what I mean? The infomercial area. You know what I'm saying? Where we
sponsor a kid. From
and they make it seem like we just we're up there. We need to help you guys.
I just wanted to take a moment, just because we're talking about the potential of maybe leaving the United States and going somewhere else, you know what I mean? And just like what it would come down to is potentially an entire lifestyle change, right? An entire lifestyle change, a change of, you know, career, possibly even a change of purpose. But that being said, I just wanted to commemorate you gentlemen, you know, considering you in finance, Paul, UN Mindset, Trey,
Yes, sir.
UN Fitness, G. Those 3 things, anywhere you go, you're going to be able to apply those. You feel me? You move anywhere on the globe, you probably still be able to do what you're doing and be able to, you know, keep it going and able to help others be able to continue to build on what you have here.
There we go.
A lot of other people is not going to translate if they were to have to leave the United States, leave their lifestyle, leave what it is that they know here, and have to go somewhere else.
You can be a social media influencer everywhere.
Right. So just want to take a moment to encourage men out there to just continue to stay on your path in regards to your purpose, and make sure that it's something that is going to translate. You feel me? Something that's going to be a need everywhere. You know, because shit's getting spooky.
Yeah,
It is, bro.
Shit's getting spooky.
But you explain it like their technology. I mean, they have technology over there, but I think they still believe in certain type of, not degrees, but what's it called, trades, trades and stuff like that, where you be able to learn from different cultures and stuff like that. I don't think it is a scarcity mindset for somebody to even see all the bad stuff that's happening now, and for their first reaction that maybe they should go ahead and leave, but they're kind of scared. I think that if you feel in your heart that you need to go ahead and make a change, make a change. What's the difference between being here and being there? For the most part, your family's here, I understand that and everything that you're used to. But we're men. We adapt.
Yeah.
We adapt to whatever
Absolutely.
surrounds they are. So if you think it's a possibility, or you think that you can, spread your wings and live somewhere else, I don't think it would be that hard if you actually put your mind to it.
Yeah.
I mean, the situation right now without money, it is cheaper to live in a lot of places.
Yeah, absolutely.
Japan, Thailand, people are going to, and certain parts of you go to Russia, Africa, all them places over there. I mean, some spaces may be cheaper to even live.
Yeah.
It's just that I think it's just not normal. I mean, I couldn't imagine. Now I'm starting to imagine. I ain't gonna lie. But I couldn't imagine maybe 5 years ago, like, I'm just gonna pick up and move to Africa. Like, I don't know nobody here. I don't know what to do. But now looking on my mind now, if I had to, I'll figure it out. I mean, it's all about your will for you.
And what your means are. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if you're living beneath your means now, then maybe going somewhere else, it doesn't seem so bad. Maybe
No.
it'd be something where it is like, you know what, I could still live a, productive, enjoyable life, depending on what your perspective is or what you see for yourself in regards to what, a worthy life looks like for you.
Right.
Living here in the United States, being that we have glamorous things that we can see, or we can see people who, reach certain aspects of wealth, and they're telling you, hey, you can do that too. I just think it'd be very interesting going somewhere else and wondering whether or not you ever see that type of wealth again. You see other people who look like you have that type of wealth ever again.
Well, that's the thing too. That's where the mindset come into play, is because of this technology. You can't see that. You still can get the same messages, the same info, and apply it. Anywhere, everywhere. Of course, your economy around you, you just got to learn it. Figure it out. I think it's just a fear thing.
You're not poor over there.
That's
I'm looking at Italy, all them places.
Definitely.
Where's Gucci? Where does Gucci and Louis Vuitton come from? It's not from here. They make it over there. I mean, they have money over there. I mean, I watch it. They have police cars that are Audis. I don't think they broke, man. Audi police cars.
I would say one of the biggest changes I would think moving outside the country is the cultural difference.
Entertainment.
The entertainment, all of that stuff that fall into that cultural differences. Because how we operate here, we just used to it. You go to certain other places, we talked about on air, certain lifestyles you get locked up for. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So it's the cultural differences that you got to be aware of when you make these moves, because you can't do it everywhere.
And before we close out, I see that they're starting to do, what I have heard about is they're starting to put like limitations and bans in place. So I think it's in Utah, they put restrictions. There's a law now that kids, I think up to teenage, probably up to 17. I don't know the exact number, but kids, they can't be on social media from 10:30 at night to 6 a.m. Like, it doesn't
I agree
That's
with that.
good.
They do it over China, don't they?
I don't know.
What is
I
some
think
kind of
they got limitations, yeah.
But with us, like I said, we're so divided now. People saying that that's a infringement on freedom of speech, which I don't think. Personally, I don't think that. Yeah, that's what I was like. You know,
I think there's really a fine line. I agree with sometimes when it comes to other countries having certain type of limitations, not all of them, but some of them, because I do believe that most humans, they need some kind of restriction because they'll do bad to themselves.
Yeah, we need structure.
The countries have a different demand from their citizens, though. Just like you were going back to what you were talking about earlier, G. It's just like, are they telling them that they want them to be one of the top entertainers, or they want them to be the top athletes? Maybe some of them. You know what I mean? If you think about the Olympics, everybody has to compete from a world view point of view, right? But at the same time, here in the United States, our focus is just be elsewhere. You know what I mean? Especially if we're speaking from our community, it's just like you were talking about trades earlier. That's not always our first priority. That's not what it is that we go to first.
Yeah,
you feel me?
that is
Think about it, rapper play ball type of mentality. You know what I mean? Like,
it's whack, bro. Like, we're getting so far away from using our hands. That's looked at as a lower class. You know what I'm saying? It's belittlement. You know what I mean? Like, they're glorifying the one who can sit back and be gluttonous and do nothing. But we are about to wrap it up, so let's close it out, Paul.
All right, so with that being said, man, we went through a couple of different subject matters, but we want to know what y'all think, man. What far as the traveling, relocating, going to another country, the situation going on between us and BRICS, not Gucci, and everything like that, man. Yo, y'all put down in the comments what y'all think, man. But that's it. That's it for this episode. Y'all take care. Peace.
all right.